Hey, you did one.
Your turn.
Such a
Hey, it's my turn.
I thought if you can't do this, what's the point?
Is that? Yeah, ready. That was better than mine, I can't lie.
Not my first rodeo. Cool. Everybody happy?
Yep.
Hey, welcome back to Slightly Offside. I'm your co-host, Victoria Rush.
And I'm your co-host, Amy Humphreys.
And boy, do we have a lot to catch up on.
We do.
So firstly, I just want to say a massive thank you to our listeners. We're about halfway through season 1 and so many people not only are listening but are watching the social clips. You're getting involved, you're sending us your stories. Some better than others, some safer than others, and a lot you are definitely going to hear through the rest of this episode. But also the number of guys that have messaged us have been like,
yeah,
you're loving the pod, which is amazing because like when we first set out to do this, we were kind of hoping to like break that barrier between men talking about men's rugby and women talking about women's rugby. But I guess you never know how it's going to go, right?
Exactly, yeah. No, it's good to sort of see just the rugby community coming together and enjoying rugby content, which was the aim.
So today, what we're going to do is we're going to go through all of the stuff that you guys have sent in. Well, as much as we think is sensible to actually talk about. So yeah, get a pint of wine, sit down, because this is about to get pretty juicy. So, a bit of a life update from us to start with. Amy, what's the news?
What is the news? Well, pretty big news to be fair from me. I got engaged.
Woo!
Yay! Someone actually wants to be with me forever. Yeah, it's great. So, yeah, Rob proposed to me.
I was
We were
about
in
to
the
say,
Cotswolds.
it's not
very
me.
cute. No, for all the, yeah, actually, this is probably really sad for a lot of people. They're like, you're not together? What? Well, we are also still in a relationship. It's sort of me, Vic, and Rob. That's kind of how it goes. But yeah, it was very sweet. We're in the Cotswolds. He proposed, and then he did try and like lift me up afterwards. So there was a video, but we're not actually showing anyone this video because of these reasons. But he like tried to lift me up like afterwards, and like he thought I was going for like a legs round the body, but I was going for like a straight leg with a little flick of the foot, you know, like Princess Diaries vibe. Anyway, it just didn't work out, and he like just dropped me. So the proposal video will never be published, but albeit yeah, I'm gonna be getting married, which feels really weird but also really cool at the same time. So yeah, very exciting.
I'm really proud of you. I mean, I remember in the when you rang me, even Rob, bless him, was like, "Don't worry, Vic, you're still part of the relationship. I'm fully aware that you guys come as a pair." Which,
literally,
bless
so
him,
cute.
was cute.
To be fair, you were mentioned like after he proposed, we kind of like went on this walk, and you were mentioned that you could lift me up better in our challenge videos than he did then, which kind of goes to show like how bad that went. Because we are not good at those challenge videos, that's for sure. But yeah, you were kind of involved, I'd say, in that proposal.
I'll take that. Always involved.
Exactly. But yeah, no, it's nice because I don't know what it is, but like when you're in a relationship, even if you've been with someone for years and years and years, you never like know what's going to happen still. But when someone's like genuinely proposed, you're like, oh no, this is like secure, this is good, like we're actually in this together, and that feels just like really, yeah, relaxed. I don't know what the word is.
It's like you don't have to worry
content.
about it anymore, do you?
Yeah, exactly. So I can behave however I want. I can say whatever. No, I'm joking.
I'm not sure that's how it works. I mean,
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't know.
No.
But I'm not sure that's how it works.
Yeah. How's your love life, Vic?
Thanks.
I mean, it just seems right to lead on from a
Do you know,
proposal to your
I
life.
was gonna talk about something else, but no, I still can't get a text back, which is great.
From the ref.
I did get a text back from the ref.
Okay.
That didn't go very well.
Interesting.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to do it anyway. It culminated in I feel like you owe me an explanation as to why you vanished.
Yeah, good.
And I got the reply of, that's fair.
But no explanation.
No, that was it.
Right,
I
great.
was like, this is fucking fucking
guys, there was a question attached to that message, so
at this point I'm over it.
Yeah.
But so that's about it, really. I have nothing else to share. No other updates.
Wow.
Do you know what? I've actually stopped giving a shit.
Yeah, nice. I like that. It's that's a good place to be in.
I have a lot going on. I'm busy. I actually don't. I barely fit you into my life. Let alone
Yeah, I know.
I think loads of people think we were in a relationship or live together.
Yeah.
Whereas we probably see each other once every 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, I know. We have to,
Maybe.
like, when we catch up, it's on Google Meet.
It's really awkward.
That just goes to show, like, the level of, like, scheduling that has to go into place in our life. Just so friends can, like, have a conversation. But, yeah, we make it work, don't we?
We had a whole conversation about how we need to start being better friends and stop talking about work.
And hang out outside of rugby.
But you are coming over this weekend because England-Ireland at Twickenham.
Yeah, really excited. So excited. So, yeah, last time we went to a Women's Six Nations game at Twickenham. There was 58,000 people. There was the Sugar Babes at half time. Like, it was just incredible. And I remember, like, rocking up. Obviously, we kind of spoke about this a little bit with Gemma and the Prop Life. But, it was just, like, emotional. Like, that crowd of people there for women's rugby, like, just hit me when I walked out. And I was like, I'm going to cry. Like, this is insane. So I feel like I'm just excited to experience that again. And, yeah, I know 44,000 tickets have been sold. So it's going to be a big day. We've got Sophie Ellis-Bextor, a bit of Murder on the Dance Floor at half-time.
Can you sing it?
Murder on the dance floor. There you go. That is all you're
Do you know any other
me.
words?
You better not feel the groove, DJ. Do you know what? I feel like I've only ever sung that when I'm pissed. So that's a first. But, yeah, it'll be good. And I'm sure we will get pissed afterwards.
Yeah, it's like one of those big... for me, it's always the big calendar women's rugby moment of the year where you can use it as almost like a benchmark of where the game's going. So last year, England-France, massive. This year, England-Ireland, which I think is great also for the Ireland women's team.
Yeah.
And then looking forwards, I assume next year it will be England-France again because that'll be a home game again. So hopefully then that leads into the Women's Rugby World Cup, which is in England next year. So it just feels like this is becoming that ticket that you want, that game you want to go to, the big spectacle, the big showcase of the women's game. And one day we'll be selling out Twickenham every year and you'll just look back going, as if we even discussed hopefully getting 50,000 people there kind of thing. Yeah,
and it's just like they make it like a whole day out and a whole like it's entertaining just to go like with your friends or your family. Like there's so much going on in the day that it's like you watch the rugby, but there's like just so much attached to it now that it's become like this big day out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, what did you say like your predictions are at the moment for Women's Six Nations? Like, where do you see it going?
I mean, at this point, it's kind of hard to say that it'll be any different to, I guess, last year. I'm still absolutely dead certain England have got this without question, even though I guess the decider against France is in France this year. I don't see how England don't win this again, in my opinion. I think maybe later this year we've got the Black Ferns playing England in September, which I think will be a much better gauge of like where England and the Black Ferns sit against each other. But actually, for me, France they're just not getting better fast enough to keep up, which is leaving that enormous gap between just, again, England, then maybe France and Ireland, and then you've got Wales and Italy, and that's probably a bit unfair to Scotland, but I think, maybe you'd put Scotland in the middle of that somewhere, but actually England are just continuing to go up. I think to me it looks like France are a bit stuck. And the others still trying to challenge to keep up, but they're, 5, 6, 10 years behind investment-wise? Yeah,
exactly. And they will be playing a bit of catch-up, but I feel like England's like a given, isn't it? Like we kind of feel like, okay, England will win. But like I quite like to see where like the other unions are sort of falling in, because that's quite unpredictable really. Like we can kind of say like France and stuff like that. But obviously Ireland beat Wales at the weekend, which was, I was so happy for them, because I know that Italy beat them the weekend before. So I was set that they were going to beat Italy, so I was a bit gutted, but then when they beat Wales I was like, that's incredible. I've got good hopes for Ireland this year. after the weekend, they played so well. They got such a good high score as well. So, I feel like I'm going to do it. I'm going to go in order and give a prediction. Okay, so I'm going to go Wales. Sick.
Okay.
Ireland, 5th. Italy,
Interesting.
4th. Scotland.
Italy beat Ireland.
Yeah.
Fair.
Scotland, would it be 3rd? France, then England.
Yeah. That's not too dissimilar to our men's one.
I know. Yeah, that's true. And that kind of turned out to be pretty accurate, didn't it?
Yeah, apart from all the abuse I got on TikTok for it.
For saying, unfortunately, Ireland were going to win.
Unfortunately, Ireland win, and every Irish fan on TikTok absolutely hates me for it. But yeah, no, I just don't, for now, I don't see how it could be any different to that. But I was at the Ireland and Italy game in Dublin, and do you know what? The fans were amazing. There were so many kids there. There were so many young girls teams. And just that, there was so much love among all the fans, and everybody was singing, and the sun was shining, and it was a really good day out. It was a really close game too.
It looked like a really good game. The crowd looked really busy. Was it pretty full?
Yeah, I think they say there was 6,000 people there, which
That's incredible.
Which is a shame. It didn't look as many in the stadium, but actually it was a really good crowd, and everyone was up for it. I have a video of a guy celebrating Ireland's try, and he lifts up his daughter, who can't be more than 6, and basically just shakes her in the air as a celebration. I was like, what are you doing? This poor kid's there
yes! Spaghetti arms, No, that looked good.
Budgie Smuggler have been proud supporters of women's sports since day one, and now you can get behind your team this Women's Six Nations with your very own Budgie Smuggler sports set. Available at budgiesmuggleruk.com. So we'll be at Twickenham this weekend with Budgies for England Ireland. So just come find us if you're coming along for the day. We're going to have loads of giveaways from Budgie Smugglers. So first come, first serve, and just come find us because we want to have a great day out. We want to see more fans, see more people, and just really enjoy the rugby at stadium. I don't think I've been to Twickenham in ages without having to work through the game, so it'll be really nice once kickoff happens. Actually, we're just there
enjoy
to have
it.
a laugh.
Exactly, yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to it. Come find us, definitely, and get involved in some content for sure.
But last time we were there, this bugs me. No one has talked about this as much as I was hoping they would. Last time we were at Twickenham, we started filming our challenge videos there, and we basically went from my living room to Twickenham Stadium in one jump.
And come on, guys, give us some credit there.
Everyone just brushed over it.
Congratulations. We're expecting a little bit more praise there. We literally upgraded from the lounge to Twickenham Stadium, and we're not even good. We don't even complete any of these challenge videos. It's just us falling on our asses or breaking Vic's back half the time or dislocating her fingers or something. So, yeah, that's pretty major, I think. We've made it.
Considering I have had a bad back and I've had to stop going to the gym and stop running, and I genuinely believe it's because you keep dropping me. Those challenge videos deserve more credit, so go and find them. They're on Instagram and TikTok.
Do you know what, though? We are getting tagged in a lot of videos. Yeah. So, they are, I feel like congratulations is due that we've made it to Twickenham. But you guys are not holding back with tagging us in some of these. And, they're getting more and more ridiculous. Honestly, some of them are, almost like a dance/gymnastics moves.
Yeah.
And they're, they're not okay, lift someone up like this. They're this fluid kind of movement in the air, and we're going to be filming them because everyone we're tagged in, we save and we do attempt. So yeah, get ready for those.
I think people also overestimate how flexible I am.
Do you know what? My gymnastics should come into play, but I usually lift Vic because you're smaller than me, so it doesn't really help that I do gymnastics because I'm never doing the gymnastics
and I can't touch my toes.
It's just so backwards, but yeah, more of those to come.
Right, I think we should jump to our butt clenching moment of the week. Do you have one for us today?
Yeah, I have a very good butt clenching moment of the week, which is, guys, you're gonna want to sit down for this one.
I've never heard these, so I actually don't know what's about
Vic
to
has
happen.
no idea, and purposely, I've been saving this one because I don't think I've been sent one like this before. So I'm going to read it out, And yeah, it's pretty deep. Are you ready for this? So this person that sent this in has been seeing someone like on and off for about 3 years. Okay, 3 years. So it says, we both work in rugby and that's how we met. Anyway, we hang out lots and did things that people do whilst they're dating, if you know what I mean. Okay. I opened Instagram one day to find out that he'd gotten married. I didn't even know he was engaged. He said nothing to me. And he'd said to other people that he was only engaged recently, but it turns out he was engaged like 6 months before, right when he was seeing this person. So he was seeing this person on and off for 3 years. They were sort of seeing each other, dating. She didn't know he was engaged because he never said. And the only reason she found out was because he just got married. And she opened Instagram to see that he got married. Anyway, it gets worse.
It gets worse.
Well,
I was
more
gonna
juicy.
say, I vaguely resonate with maybe the first half of that story, but definitely to get married and not. But you haven't that means you haven't ever posted anything with them in a couple kind of way. You've not posted that you've got engaged. You've hidden.
So he even said to her that that things that he didn't like about his ex being this person that he's now married. So she had all these messages. And she had all the conversation as proof. She put it on a Google Drive. And sent it to his wife.
No! Oh my God.
No, it's not funny, but it is funny, but it's not. But she sent it on a Google Drive to his wife to be like, I don't know if you know about me, but I've been on and off with your husband for 3 years, not knowing he was engaged or getting married. And this is all the conversations of shit he said about you, pretty much. And also the fact that, what we were doing. So he was pure cheating on her. And this person, he was cheating on her too. So he lied to his wife about it. And anyway, you'd think this would be enough to send his wife, running for the hills. But they still seemed to get married. And they went on a honeymoon and they were posting pictures on their honeymoon as if, nothing had happened.
So many questions. Right. You kind of have to laugh because this is horrendous.
No, it's awful.
First and foremost, awful. You have to laugh that she went and documented it all,
I love that
backtracked
for
it,
her.
and then
I absolutely love that.
For me, it's
sent
the
that.
choosing to send it. A kind of would you? I debate the choosing, the choice of sending it or not. What benefit? What do you choose to? What do you aim to gain from?
I think.
Do you want them to break up and for him to choose you, or do you just want? Are you doing it at the better of woman to woman? I just think you deserve to know the truth.
I think it was that. I think it was woman to woman because she didn't know what he had been telling her happened. So he might have been saying, "Oh, she's crazy and she did that." I don't know what he was telling her, but it was enough to convince her to stay with him. So maybe he lied about the situation or played it down, said, "Oh, we hang out a few times."
Yeah.
She might not know that it was 3 years on and off situation. So
okay, serious question. If you're in this scenario, would you, technically in this situation, she is the other woman.
Yeah.
Would you tell the girlfriend or wife?
Absolutely. I'd be sending that Google Drive. I would be, but also just out of spite, because I'd be pissed off and angry.
We handle things very differently.
Yeah, no. I'm do you know what? I'll do it now and pay for the consequences later. But also, I'm not in the wrong. So, I shouldn't be should I, shouldn't I? Yeah, she has the right to know that her husband has been sleeping with someone for 3 years and cheating on him. It's absolutely mental.
I kind of want to open up to the room. What do you guys think?
What do you think?
Google
Drive. Google Drive.
Everyone send it.
Yes.
Really? Okay, even as a guy, would you, if you were, I'm not saying you would do this, but...
You're the guy, though. You're the only guy in the room.
Okay, if a woman was doing this to you, and there was another guy, would you send him everything? And be I think you deserve to know that she's been doing this behind your back.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, I think that it would be out of a
consciousness,
bro code, just to let you know, I think you deserve the truth.
Yeah.
And not
And
because...
a little bit
Yeah, it's a little bit. You're like, fuck you.
And not because like you want him back, because why would you want to ever be with someone like that?
You wouldn't start documenting because you look pretty fucking crazy at this point when you're like, right, I'm going to document start to finish.
But also like they're his words and there's nothing that she can say to be like, oh, he didn't mean that, or he said it wasn't that serious. Like, actually, they're his fucking words in a text. Read it and then take that as you will. She has chosen to continue with her marriage and to have a honeymoon. I wish them the best. If that's, you've said, okay, I'm going to forgive you or I'm going to believe you and whatever, then some people's relationships are like that. And I think, whatever, do your thing and go away.
I know
but
these people?
You've hurt people. You know them very well.
Both of them?
Yes. A lot of people know them. A lot of people
I knew
know
the
them.
person the story is from.
Right.
But I know who the story is about as well.
Yes.
Ooh. Can I have a hint?
Well, are we going to say it now or shall I just off? This will be cut out.
It can be if you want it to be.
No, it has to be cut out.
Okay. Fuck
Anyway,
off.
I just told her who it was, but you guys won't have seen that bit.
You're absolutely shitting me. It's them.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
I'm
in
disappointed
him.
because
Oh no.
I know.
That's so shitty. Oh, I'm so sad that was him. 'Cause, to be fair, I have not a similar in any way, shape, or form, but not too far off dissimilar sort of scenario.
Really?
Well, it's not quite this serious, but
What happened?
I didn't know he was in a relationship.
That's so fucked up.
And maybe
to
that
me.
was on me to have not noticed.
No. It's never
But
on you.
I don't remember him telling me. Equally, doesn't mean he didn't.
I hate that when
But
like
I don't
people
think he
get
did tell me.
the person maybe getting with someone or seeing someone gets the
We definitely
blame
weren't seeing
for the
each other,
fact.
just for-
I know, but whatever it is, say like you kiss someone, but then you get the blame for that they're in a relationship. It's like, well, it's not my
Yeah, I
problem.
didn't
I'm
know.
single.
Once I worked it out, I was like, that's not happening again. But
It says a lot about a person, and for me, I would not go through with a marriage because that's just like, who am I marrying? I don't even know this
I
person.
just
Like,
can't be arsed with the drama of like telling the other person.
yeah, but they both work in rugby, which is awkward because
Yeah,
they both
do.
still
They'll
work in rugby.
They will see each other all the time.
Yeah, they will see each other a lot. So, mic drop. That's your butt clenching moment of the week, right, baby? That was deep.
To be fair, yeah.
It's pretty butt clenching, isn't it?
yeah, if you want to put it that way. I might lighten the mood
Yes, please.
a little bit. And segue to, we posted a video last week of a Rugby Icks with Gemma, and oh my God, did you guys love it?
You absolutely loved it, and you had so much to say, which we love.
So much so. I will say that Bax did get a shitload of stick from people, which I'm not
It's
okay
fine.
with.
That's okay, guys.
There was a lot. No, it's not. There was a lot of attack in the backs, but I did love so many of the comments. So I pulled a few out. I think we should go through them because some of them do make me laugh quite a lot.
Yes.
First of all, just to highlight how much stick backs were getting. Not the backs with scrum opinions. I will literally throw you.
Not the backs of scrum opinions.
I can actually see.
Do you know what though? I know who wrote that. And
She
she does like strong woman contests. Like
Oh, so
she
she
could
could throw you.
throw a back quite easily.
Well,
And I would like to see it.
on the flip side, this person said, I'm an ex-winger, now a hooker, and I swallow all my words. So, like...
Okay, so they admit
Repenting.
it. Yeah. I like that. Been humbled by the move of position.
But this in particular about backs, but I mean, it's so unfair. I mean, backs are the spawn of Satan compared to forwards. Backs fudge up, forwards save the day. The backs won't go into contact, the forwards will gladly batter into contact. I could go on, but I fear the fairies may start abusing
The
me.
fairies?
Like, come on, this is so mean.
It gets deep.
It's
It gets
so
deep.
mean.
I do feel like backs, it's an easy target, isn't it?
So
It's an
easy.
easy target. But there's lots you could say about like forward that could give you the ick. Like we can't
They say
kick and
things
shit
like
like
this.
that. So
Yeah.
You
You
know?
break the line and you go, where's someone else to do the running for me?
oh, well, yeah, because we want to score a try and we know that we're not going to make it.
So you need us.
Yeah, to get all the glory for
We're
the
not
hard work
spawn
that
of
we.
Satan.
Okay, look, I've been a back and I'm now a forward. So
Give me a break.
I genuinely no, actually, I'll admit this. So there was a forward, when I played for Hitchin, and she's incredible. Like I was so glad she was on my team. Anyway, I literally just hung off her shoulder the whole game as a winger. This was when I was a winger, and she just like charged through people offload to me, there'll be no one there because they'd all be attached to her, and then I'd just score. I got a hat trick only because I hung off her back. I know I didn't really work hard for that hat trick and that she should have got that, but like, that's what I mean.
That's the job.
Yeah. So you know what?
I mean, there are
It's
backs
not-
that work harder than that.
Yeah.
I will say.
Yeah. No, there are. And do you know what? A try is a try for the team. So you have to see it like that.
Said every back whose name goes on the score sheet. It was for everybody, but it's my stat.
Yeah. But I got a hat trick.
Okay, here are some more. This first one. Forwards get there. Look where we are. The score doesn't reflect the game. Those three
yeah.
are like absolutely some of the worst you can possibly get there. Forwards.
Yeah. Do you know what though? Once a back has made a break, like it takes us a little while to catch up. Like, yeah. So we do sometimes need a little bit of encouragement, but
forwards get there. Is that encouragement?
it's not the best to hear though. it would just be like get there, and not naming forwards would be reasonable.
I think if I shouted forwards get there, I'd expect to be punched in the face.
I'd get to you and punch you in the face.
Someone here, this is definitely a back, has put forwards camped on the try line for 15 minutes without involving the backs. When actually, like, you keep pushing, you keep pick and go, but you never actually make it over the try line.
Yeah.
You've been there for 10 minutes.
No, that's
all the
true.
backs have just stood there.
That's
like,
true.
We are actually here for a reason.
But you're so close to the try line, and in our heads we're thinking, if we then shift this out and you drop it, like that would be so frustrating because it takes so much hard work. Whereas if you just pick, go, you're not going to drop the ball that way. But like, any time then it gets shifted out, I'm like, I tense up.
Two things on this. First of all, forwards do drop the balls on pick and go all the time. And second of all, when running at full speed, forwards also knock on the ball. So you have a go at us for knocking on the ball at full speed. So do you.
I have, yeah.
To be fair to this comment, what I would assume, if someone I assume is a forwards goes, right, forwards, we're thinking if we pick and go and we score it, you get an easy conversion. Backs go, we want it in the fucking corner. And then you're like, that's a good point, because the 10's then like, now I've got to fucking kick it all the way from over here. So look, no one's happy, is how I feel.
No, it's true. There's no way to be happy.
Like, rugby clubs are all one team, one dream, but we're also like forwards versus backs forever.
Yeah. But also like second half, I'm more willing to like give it away where I'm fucked. I'm like blowing and I'm just away. Like, take it to run.
Someone else has said, when a winger or back, I feel like that's very specific, when a winger or back misses a tackle and then blames it on the forwards.
I don't see how they could blame it on them.
That, to be fair, was my thought process on that.
If that's happened to you, I'm confused.
I don't think I've ever blamed a forward on me missing a tackle. It's just been me being shit at tackling.
No, yeah, it's just you. You're just really shit at tackling.
I've got two more. Right, first one. My rugby ick is when my 9 picks it out the back of the scrum, even though I told them I was going to pick it up and run it straight. Oh. That may be the most angry 8 we've had so far.
Yeah, you've been like blindsided there. Like, you both think, right, I've got this, but no one's communicating with each other.
Well, they've said, even though I told them I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Nasty nines.
Though, right? Nasty nines.
And this opposite hooker saying, make sure it's straight when they haven't thrown straight all game. Yeah.
Do you know what though? Like anything to just get in their heads or put them off is quite good. I think.
Do you think that's off-putting? I just feel like
no, but like if it's an opposition and you're like, yeah, make sure it's straight. Like it's like a bit of banter, isn't it? Just to be like, yeah, go on. Like make sure you do a good job. It just makes them think, oh, actually, like I'm being watched now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. No, it's a good one.
This one came up a million times.
Oh yeah.
And it was backs who wear scrum caps.
Oh, bless them. But at the same time, I'm all here for like player safety. I feel like everyone should wear a scrum cap. I'm not saying that they like, oh my God, there'll be no concussions and that they're even a big part to play in concussions. But I don't mind if they wear it. Confident. If they make them more confident. If they're going to tackle better, fine. If backs are actually going to do some tackling because they're wearing a scrum cap, fine.
So I thought you were going to say the opposite, and I actually had a story to back it up. I have worn a scrum cap twice playing, but I had a good reason. So when I was at uni, I had cut my head open just under my eye. There's still a scar here. Not from playing rugby. I actually, for context, basically, I was really drunk at home, and we had 2 flights
On my
of stairs.
own.
No, and I wasn't. And our stairs were really, really steep because it's like a townhouse in Leeds, and they're all really small. For whatever really smart reason, someone had left the Hoover on the top step, and our bathroom was next to it. And I had, in an incredibly drunk state, after Rugby Centurion, you know, the beer circle where you drink a shot of beer for an hour.
Yeah.
So it's something like 6 pints in 100 minutes. So obviously you're pissed. I came out of the bathroom, tripped over the Hoover, because you leave it on the top step.
Yeah.
Apparently, my partner at the time had picked me up. Fortunately, I was like, because I was so pissed. You heard a couple of steps, and then silence, and then this enormous thud right at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh my God.
Where I'd obviously just flown down the stairs. Nobody...
Yeah, so you'd missed a few steps.
Well,
in
when
between.
you say a few, like 20 odd.
Oh, God.
And we
could have been worse, you know.
Way worse.
That's really scary.
We think I clipped my head on something on the way down because it just cut here. And then when I went to play, not long after that, I had this like really weak point. First tackle I made, eyebrow straight to the opposition's knee.
Do you feel like sometimes when you're injured,
you're
like consciously trying to avoid certain things? Like, it reminds me when I had like torn ligaments in my ankle, and then it was like 9 weeks, and I went to play another game, but consciously I was very aware that my ankle wasn't completely right, but I didn't tell anyone that because I wanted to play. That when I come to tackle someone, I like did it so weirdly because I was trying to like grab them and fall in a certain way to avoid hurting my ankle, that I broke my other ankle. And I then broke, when I went to A&E, I didn't know it was broken at the time. I thought I fucked the ligament on my other one. And then I went up to the clubhouse, did the raffle, then I drove home, and then that night I couldn't move my toes or anything. It was like really swollen. So I went to A&E, and they said you've broken both ankles. So it turned out the one that I thought was a ligament issue was broken, and then I broke the other ankle. So I'd had 2 broken ankles in one game.
What did you have to go on 2 boots?
No, luckily where the other one was like broken, but it was like 9 weeks into it, it was kind of like healing. So I had a boot on the bad one that was the most recent.
One. They're both bad.
Yeah. On the plus side, I got special assistance when I went on holiday, and I skipped the passport queue. So. And then I kept the boot, and I did it another time. That's bad though. I've admitted that. Live on the podcast. Nice. But yeah, it got me through passport control.
Well, there you go. Okay, mine wasn't that bad. I just put a scrum cap on and taped up my eyebrow. Yeah. That was it.
It does remind me of Jess Breach in, was it last Six Nations? She had a really bad cut, and she had to wear a scrum cap for like the rest of the tournament.
So yeah, had to like tape up my eyebrow.
Exactly.
So that it wouldn't, and then like my eyebrow's up here somewhere, and then the tape to hold it on. But then so to hold the tape on, I had to put the scrum cap on. So I feel like it's a legitimate reason.
Did you feel really hard, like with scrum?
No, I felt like I looked like an idiot.
They don't look the best, do they?
I didn't look good.
No.
One of the other things people have been sending in are their most ridiculous rugby nicknames. And you have them for us.
I honestly didn't expect to have so many nicknames sent through. But I've had like over 30 nicknames sent through. It's like 4 or 5 pages in response. So I'm going to give you 4 today. So this person's called Kit Kat, because it's a tactical move to get the medic on to slow the game down, to take a break.
So that person's action, they just always take the knee,
always right? Kit Kat, because they always take a break.
Designated knee take.
I was like, that's smart.
Good name.
Do you know what? I'm not creative enough to come up with some of these. Someone was called Pothole because he stinks. And after a game, everyone avoids him.
Oh, that's mean.
Like a pothole, because you avoid potholes. There was a guy called Thrush because he was annoying. What?
Well, Thrush.
I know,
but
like, that's just nasty.
They're not nice. I was expecting.
Imagine
like,
to always being called Thrush because you're so annoying.
To be fair, with my nickname, I have been called it before.
Really?
Well, Rush.
Oh yeah, Rush, Thrush. I didn't even think that. Well, my last name's Humphreys, and at school they used to say Amy Humps for free. So that's just nasty. I was only young.
Well, oh, okay.
No, I'm traumatized. I can't talk about it.
Age where it might have had some accuracy.
No, well, because I was so young, I think I was like middle school, whatever.
Yeah, kids are mean.
I used to go, well, at least I don't do it for money. That was my comeback. Oh, I'll give myself the ick thinking about it. Anyway, this person, I used to play with a scrum half called Anthony, who was 5'2", and everyone called him Shetland Tony instead of Shetland Pony because he was so
5'2".
small.
That is short, even for a guy, or for anyone. Bless
So
him.
there you go. We got some really good ones.
Shetland
Stay tuned
Tony.
though for the rest
We
throughout the
feel
other
for
eps.
you, mate.
Shetland Tony. Yeah, I feel like Shetland Tony is better than being called Thrush for like your whole life.
Yeah, I agree. I would know.
But Kit Kat's my favourite, like, because she wants to take a break all the time.
I thought that was going to go a different way. I'm
Respect.
going to be really honest, but I'm not going to explain why because my parents listen to this podcast.
Okay. So good.
If you can't work that out, message me.
Yeah.
Right, I think that is all we have time for today. We thank you so much for sending in all of your icks, nicknames, stories. Please send in more. We will be doing more of them through all the other episodes with our guests as well. But yeah, thanks very much for joining us. We really appreciate every second that you guys listen to the pod. So thank you for giving up your time to listen to us.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Leave us a review. It obviously helps us as well. And yeah, we love hearing from you guys. So stay tuned for our next episodes.
Oh, and don't forget, we have just set up our Facebook and YouTube pages. So please go and follow those, or just send the Facebook page to your parents, because who uses Facebook these days? And you'll also find some of our added bonus challenge videos on the Slightly Offside pages as well. Lots of love, guys.
See you later. Boom.